In recent years, manufacturers have made efforts on releasing models that will keep sports fans happy. Today, we'll show you our best 5 4K TVs for watching sports in summer 2021. When looking for a sports TV, one must look for uniformity to avoid screen shade clouding, also known as the dirty screen effect, fast motion handling, and wide viewing angles to accommodate your friends when watching the big game together. Hi, I'm Alex, a tester at Ratings.com, where we help you find the best products for your needs. We've tested more than 300 TVs and more than 70 under the latest test bench. So here are our recommendations based on our measurements. The prices you see in this video are the ones at the time of shooting. See our deal pages for the up-to-date prices. The best TV for sports with an OLED panel that we've tested is the LG C1. It's a premium TV that has a wide viewing angle, making it a great choice for watching the big game with a large group of people. It's very well built and is available in a wide range of sizes. The LG C1 is an excellent TV for watching sports. Thanks to its near instant response time, motion looks exceptionally clear, and it has a black frame insertion feature to further reduce blur. The LG C1 has excellent gray uniformity. There's very little dirty screen effect, and the screen is very uniform overall, which is great for content like sports. If you want to watch it in a dark room, its near infinite contrast ratio produces deep, inky blacks that look amazing thanks to its ability to turn off individual pixels. That said, its brightness is limited, so it's not great for very bright or sunny rooms. Also, like most OLED TVs, the C1 isn't immune to permanent burn-in, but we don't expect it to be an issue if you watch varied content. A great alternative would be the Sony A90J, which has excellent upscaling and great out-of-the-box picture quality. It lacks a few of the extra features that come with the C1, but is still an excellent choice when considering a new OLED for sports. The best TV for watching sports with an LED panel is the Samsung QN85A QLED. The main advantage of getting an LED TV instead of an OLED is that you don't have to worry about damaging the screen if exposed to static elements for long periods. It's a very thin TV that could look great when wall-mounted. It uses an IPS-like panel with wide viewing angles, so once again, it's another good choice to use in a wide seating arrangement. It uses mini LED backlighting, allowing it to get exceptionally bright in SDR, and combined with its outstanding reflection handling, you shouldn't have any problems using it in the brightest of environments. Unfortunately, this TV also has some uniformity issues with dirty screen effect in the center, which can be distracting, but this can vary between units. It has a fast response time with minimal blur trail behind fast-moving objects that make motion looks clear. There's also a black frame insertion feature to try to reduce persistence blur, but it can cause the screen to get dimmer. Unfortunately, due to its IPS-like panel, it has a lower contrast ratio than OLED TVs, and despite having a full array local dimming feature, there's blooming around bright objects. Local dimming works well in real content to hide the fact that it's an ADS panel, which can help with the perceived contrast. If you want something cheaper, then look into the Hisense U8G. It uses a different panel type than the Samsung QN85A QLED. Unfortunately, like most VA panel TVs, the viewing angles are poor and you quickly lose image accuracy when viewing from the side, so it's not ideal for watching the game with a big group of friends. Thankfully, it has better contrast and less blooming around bright objects. There's a local dimming feature, however, it doesn't improve the black level by much. It's also a good choice to use in a well-lit environment because it has excellent peak brightness and amazing reflection handling, but with a semi-gloss finish, it may be best to avoid placing it opposite a window with direct sunlight. Motion looks good thanks to its quick response time, with little motion blur behind fast-moving objects. Sadly, like the Samsung, the U8G has uniformity issues. There's some dirty screen effect in the center, which is visible during sports or panning shots. In near dark scenes, the entire screen is a bit more uniform. The Hisense H8G is the best 4K TV for sports in the budget category that we've tested. It's a more wallet-friendly option of the Hisense U8G. It's decently well built, and like the other high-end Hisense, it has a simple design that should fit easily into most settings. It also uses a VA panel, which means it has a high contrast ratio and a full array local dimming feature, allowing it to produce deep blacks for a great darkroom viewing experience. Unfortunately, the viewing angles are poor, so it's not ideal for watching the game with a big group of friends. There's an enhanced viewing angle setting, but it doesn't improve the viewing angles. There's also some dirty screen effect in the center, which is visible during sports or panning shots. It has a good response time to deliver clear motion and a black frame insertion feature to further reduce motion blur, but it can have a bit of motion blur in dark scenes. Unfortunately, while it gets impressively bright to combat glare, its reflection handling is only decent. It handles a small amount of light well, but struggles in a well-lit room, so it's not ideal to place opposite a window. If you have a wide seating arrangement, then check out the LG UP8000. It doesn't get as bright as the Hisense HAG with a mediocre SDR brightness, but it's very consistent across different content. It isn't bright enough to combat glare in well-lit rooms, but reflection handling is still good if you want to use it in a room with few lights. It has an IPS-like panel with wider viewing angles, making this TV a great choice for wide seating areas. The UP8000 has a subpar contrast ratio, typical of an IPS panel. This means that blacks look gray, especially when viewing in a dark environment. Also, this TV does not have a local dimming feature to improve the contrast. Keep in mind that the 50, 60, and 70-inch models have a different panel type, so they perform differently than the 65-inch model we tested. The LG UP8000 has good response times overall, but it's quite slow in some transition, causing motion to appear blurry in dark scenes, and the backlight's 120Hz flicker can cause some image duplication. To summarize, all these TVs will serve you well for watching sports, thanks to their fast response time and overall good uniformity. The LG C1 OLED has the near instantaneous response time, great uniformity, and near infinite contrast ratio. All in all, it's one of the best TVs for sports, except if your setup is in a very bright or sunny room. The Samsung QN85A QLED has an outstanding SDR brightness to overcome glare in very bright rooms, a very good response time, and an okay gray uniformity. The contrast is its weakness though. All things considered, if you want an LED TV for sports, you should be happy with this one. The Hisense U8G has a better response time than the Samsung, a very good SDR peak brightness to overcome glare, and an okay uniformity. Contrast is excellent because it's a VA panel, resulting in poor viewing angles. If you want the best 4K TV for sports in the LED category, but don't want to spend a ton of money and you don't need the wide viewing angles, then look into the Hisense. If you are on a tight budget, the Hisense H8G is the one to get. It has a very good response time, an excellent contrast, and a very good SDR brightness. The uniformity is on par with the U8G and the QN85A, and the viewing angle is as bad as the U8G. If viewing angles are important to you, look into the LG UP8000. The response time is similar to the H8G, but has similar viewing angles as the Samsung, which is very good. Sadly, this TV isn't very versatile for other uses as it has a low contrast ratio and can't display a wide color gamut for HDR content. To conclude, don't forget our recommendations are what we think are currently the best TVs to watch sports for most people in each price range. We factor in the price, feedback from the community, and availability. If you would like to choose yourself, you can find the link to all our TV reviews in a convenient table tool here. Play with it to nail down your pick. So that's it. You can check out all of the measurements on our website. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. You can also become an insider on the website for early access to our latest results. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.